Okay. Uh, Good morning, all of you. So today we'll continue the remaining part about the our electrochemical machining. Okay. So last lecture we have discussed about the ECM machine tool and its major components in detail we have seen. Then we have discussed the advantages and limitations also. Okay. So in continuation with that point, today I'm going to discuss the applications of this ECM process. Okay. So as we know that over the years, this ECM principle has been employed for the performance of number of machining operations. Okay, so which are that machining operations? So like our turning, tripping, then broaching, grinding, file hole drilling, fine hole drilling, then die sinking, piercing, deburring, plunge cutting. So all these applications or all these operations can be done with the help of this our ECM process. Okay, so these are the operations where we are using this ECM. Okay, with along with these operations, there are some other applications are there. That means this ECM process also widely used in the many industries. Okay, now which are that industries? So industries are related to the aeronautics, nuclear technology, space vehicles, automobiles, turbines, etc. So in that industries also we are widely used this ECM process. Okay, and the some of the here I have shown the some of the typical examples of the examples of these ECM applications. I have shown that means the machining of turbine blades. Now that blades which are made up of the high strength temperature resistant alloys. So for that machining we can use ECM. Then copying of internal and external surfaces. Okay. Again cutting of the curvilinear slots, machining of the integrate patterns. Then production of long curved profiles, machining of gears, production of integrally bladed nozzle in diesel locomotives. For that purpose also we can use this ECM process. So these are the some typical applications of this ECM. Again production of the connecting rods. Okay, then stellite rings. Okay, so that production we can do with the help of this ECM. And also along with this machining of thin large diameter diaphragms. So this machining of this also we can use this our ECM process. Okay, so these are the some application, and along with this process also has attracted for the in the maximum attendance attention for the materials or the machining of the hard and tough materials. Okay, along with this application, this ECM has attracted toward the machining of hard and tough materials, especially with the complex counters. That means that difficult to machine cavities. Okay, so complex counters. So for that purpose, also we can use this our ECM process. Okay. However, as we know that the capability of this process have not exploited to its full extent length because there are some inherent problems also associated with the tool designs. Okay, so as I have mentioned in the limitation, this process is not a economical, sorry, environmental friendly. Okay, so it has the some limitations also. Okay, so this is about the applications. Okay, got it. Now let us move for the next point. That is the machining properties of electrochemically machined components. Okay, sorry, mechanical properties. Electrochemical machined components of the parts and their mechanical property. So it is very important to know the effect of the ECM process on the mechanical properties of the electrically machined components. Okay, so this will greatly affect the acceptability of that of this process, okay, in different industry. If by doing this process or machining using this process, if any mechanical property changes of that component, then this is very problematic. So we should know whether this process affect the mechanical properties of this component or not. That we have to learn, okay, or that we should know. Okay, so for that purpose, this point is included. Okay, so this is important for accepting that process, okay, in different industries. Okay, and normally or hardly any evidence is available about the is that hydrogen embrittlement of this mechanical machine component, or the I repeat that hardly any evidence is available about the hydrogen embrittlement. Okay, as we know that during this ECM process there is a formation of hydrogen gas. Okay, so there is a hydrogen embrittlement. Okay, so that embrittlement available in this process or during this process, so that or that hydrogen or gases evolved at cathode, no, so their effect we should know. Okay, so as we know that during this process hydrogen evolve will present at cathode, okay, not at anode. Okay, म्हणजे machining that workpiece machine workpiece, no, on that surface there will not be the hydrogen gas. Okay, so there is a no hydrogen embrittlement at the cathode because sorry at the anode, because we know that whatever the hydrogen is evolved, no, that are present at the cathode, okay, while that material removal is taking place, no, so that occurs due to the anodic dissolution, okay, at anode only. So many researchers it has been reported that there is no effect of this ECM, okay, on the ductility, yield strength, ultimate strength, or micro hardness. Okay, so the important point is that here effect of this electrochemical machining, no, on the mechanical properties there is no effect about the ductility, yield strength, ultimate strength, and micro hardness also. Okay, micro hardness means hardness of which component of that machinery components, as well as the what are the surface layers which are damaged during this conventional machining. Now if you compare our this electrochemical machining with the conventional machining, then that time whatever we get surface layers which are damaged during the conventional machining, so that we can remove by this electrochemical machining. I repeat, whatever surface layer damaging happens during the conventional machining, that we can remove by using the electrochemical machining. Okay, and if you remove that, no, that this may result in the improvement in property of that workpiece. Okay, improvement in the property of that workpiece. Okay, but here however such removal of the layers from the workpiece surface that reduces the fatigue strength of that conventional machine component. Okay, okay, improvement of the properties of that workpiece will happen, but at the same time it will reduce the fatigue strength of conventionally machined component. Okay, having the some compressive residual traces also. Okay, so that is the point. Also, this fact, no, also it has been reported or I can say verified experimentally by some of the researcher also. Okay, so, however, this required fatigue strength is there, no, that can be restored by further appropriate post mechanical finishing treatment also. Okay, so we should not worry about that reduction of the fatigue strength. Okay, we can restore by some appropriate post mechanical finishing treatment. Okay, also whatever the surface finish we are getting or that are produced by this electrochemical machine, no, may also be the source of the reduction in the fatigue property. Okay, so the surface produced by the electrochemical machinery machining It is generally have the better wear, okay, than friction and the corrosion resistant properties than those produced by the mechanical means. Okay, so what are these points I have stated here? No, so these all points we got from the some researchers document. Okay, from the some research papers. Okay, so I repeat, what are the surface finish which are produced from the electrochemical machinery? That also may be the source of the fatigue property, and the surface produced by this electrochemical machining, it is generally have better wear than friction and corrosion resistant properties. Okay, so these are about the mechanical properties of the electrochemical machine, the components of the parts. Okay, in our syllabus there is no specific point about the this, but we should know is any effect of this electrochemical machine machining on that machine component. For that purpose I have taken. Okay, so this is about the advantage, application and the mechanical properties of ECM machine the parts. Okay, कुणाला काय शंका? Any problem? Understand? Have you got the idea about this ECM process?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Now I will now here one point. Already in the first lecture only, uh, I have explained about this Faraday's law of electrolysis. Okay, so here with the help of this Faraday's law of electrolysis, I want to show the formula of the how to calculate the material removal rate of this process. Okay, so we know that our as per the Faraday's law of electrolysis, mathematically we can show that formula as a small m is directly proportional to or directly proportional to the ITE. Now m is what here? Okay, m means what? M means what? Already I have told you. Okay, what are the amount of that material deposited or the dissolved? Okay, that is. Now I means what here? Here we have to take as the ampere, that current, and then that small t is the tempo, that times in second, and E means what? Gram equivalent weight of that your workpiece. Okay, now so using this formula we can calculate the material removal rate. Now what is the formula of this mathematical formula of this material removal rate? Then here I have shown MRR is equal to IE divided by F. Okay, so this is a formula. Okay, now I we know that I means what? That is current in ampere. Now E means what? Gram equivalent weight of your workpiece. Okay, or you can calculate by the another formula A divided by Z, and that A means what? Again A means the atomic weight and Z is the valency of that dissolution. Okay, and F means what? Your Faraday's constant, and where we know that it's a standard value 96,500 AS. Okay, and that is a m, small m is a mass in the gram. So with the help of this formula we can calculate material removal rate, okay, of this electrochemical machining process. Okay, now how this formula we got and other things, that is a mathematical modeling of this material removal, that is not a part of our syllabus. Okay, so I'm not going to explain that point. Okay, when your that advanced technical training will be done, no, that time this part I will cover. Okay, that is this here I have shown also mathematical formula. Okay, that MRR is equal to that MRR you can calculate in the volumetric. So I divided by F. Okay, So if you want to go in detail about this, then you can refer in the book also. Just for your information, I have shown this. Gate ला तुम्हाला आहे हे. Okay. So separately this calculation and all this mathematical modeling. This is called the mathematical modeling. Okay. To calculate the material removal, no? We have to derive some formula. It is called the mathematical modeling. So that part, it is not in our syllabus in university, but this is the some problems on this topic will be asked in your GATE exam. Okay. So this part separately I will take afterwards. Okay. Because in GATE exam, numerical problems on this ECM and EDM will be asked. Okay. So that time I will teach you this in detail. Okay, how this formula we got and all these things. Okay. Got it? So this is about the electrochemical machining process. Now we will go for the new process. Okay. So now the last process belongs to the chapter number 4, that is electrochemical grinding. Actually, whatever we learn that electrochemical machining, you know, so same process we have applied or used for the grinding purpose. So it is called electrochemical machining, and this is the hybrid process of electrochemical machining. Hybrid means what? In first lecture, I told that hybrid processes are there in this advanced machining process. Hybrid means what? The combination of two or more than two processes, that advanced machining process. It is called hybrid. We have done. We have combined our electrochemical machining process along with your conventional grinding, and that new process is called the electrochemical grinding. Okay. ग्राइंडिंग आपल्याला माहित आहे, कन्व्हेन्शनल ग्राइंडिंग. काय तिथं फक्त काय केलं, ते ग्राइंडिंग आपण इलेक्ट्रोकेमिकली करणार आहे, त्याला म्हणा. ओके. सो दिस पार्ट नाउ आय विल एक्सप्लेन यू. ओके. सो ॲज होतं, जरा कोणी सांगू शकताय का? जसं रिव्हिजन पार्ट फॉर 5 मिनिट ओनली. कोणच काय बोलणार? हॅलो हॅलो. इलेक्ट्रोकेमिकल मशीनिंग प्रोसेस मध्ये मटेरियल रिमूव्ह कसं होतंय, कुठल्या ऍक्शन ना? नावातच आहे कुठल्या ऍक्शन होते ते. Okay, got it. Now before going to the this electrochemical grinding, no, okay, I want to show you some one video regarding the introduction about the electrochemical grinding. Okay, so link I will share here in the chat box. So at 10:30 this video will start only for the 14 minutes. Okay, so we togetherly will watch this and we will start that point. Okay. Just quickly, I will share that link also. Once again, I repeat, we are going to discuss electrochemical grinding, and this process is the hybrid process of electrochemical machining. Hybrid means what? Combination of combination of two or more than two advanced machining processes. So that is hybrid. So here in this electrochemical grinding, we have used the working principle, or we have used electrochemical machining along with conventional grinding. Okay, and we got the electrochemical machining, electrochemical grinding. Okay, now okay. So for the introduction purpose of this electrochemical grinding, I have prepared one that video of the 15 minutes. Okay, 15 minutes. So firstly, we'll go through that video and then we'll discuss this electrochemical machining. Okay. So here total 37 students are there. So at the time of that also premiere of the YouTube, uh, almost to join that. Okay, this is for you only. Now that video will start at 10:30. Okay, still we have the 6 minutes. So for that introduction purpose, I will just give the idea about this electrochemical grinding. Okay, again here also this electrochemical grinding is a electrolytic material removal process. Electrolytic material removal process means what? Here electrochemical dissolution will happen. So it is called electrolytic material removal process involving negatively charged abrasive grinding wheel. Okay, I repeat, in this electrochemical grinding, here we are using negatively charged abrasive grinding wheel. Negative charge means what? Our cathode. So आपण इलेक्ट्रोकेमिकल मशीन मध्ये कॅथोडला सॉरी टूलला काय it is similar to electrochemical machining, except that cathode is especially constructed as a grinding wheel shaped. Okay, grinding wheel shaped. Okay, like the counter to be मशीन. ओके, ग्राइंडिंग आपल्याला माहिती आहे ग्राइंडिंग व्हील, त्या ग्राइंडिंग व्हीललाच आपण फक्त कॅथोड म्हणायचंय की दॅट मीन्स निगेटिव्ह चार्जड ऍब्रासिव्ह ग्राइंडिंग व्हील. आणि आपल्याला माहिती आहे पॉझिटिव्ह टर्मिनल ऑफ द our DC supply we have to connect to our tool anode, that is workpiece. Okay, so here timing I will show that diagram also. Now you can see here. ओके, बघा आपलं जे वर्कपीस आहे ओके दॅट आय हॅव कनेक्टेड टू द पॉझिटिव्ह टर्मिनल. दॅट म्हणजे काय, ऍज युजल इलेक्ट्रोकेमिकल मशीनिंग मध्ये वर्कपीस आपला ऍनोड होता, सेम तसंच आहे, आणि टूल आपला कॅथोड होता. तर इथं टूल म्हणजे काय असणार, तर तुमचा ऍब्रेसिव्ह ग्राइंडिंग व्हील असणार आहे. ओके, ऍब्रेसिव्ह ग्राइंडिंग व्हील. ओके, अँड इन बिटवीन युअर दॅट ग्राइंडिंग व्हील अँड युअर वर्कपीस देर शुड बी some interrelated gap, that is IEG gap. So here also there is an interrelated gap. Okay, and in between that gap we have to flow electrolyte. So here you can see I have shown that arrow of the flowing of electrolyte also. Okay, जसं आपलं ग्राइंडिंग कन्व्हेन्शनल ग्राइंडिंग असं सेम तसं आहे, फक्त मी काय केलंय इलेक्ट्रोकेमिकल डिझॉल्युशन प्रोसेस वापरून मटेरियल रिमूव्ह करतोय किंवा ग्राइंडिंग करतोय. ओके, सो दॅट इज अ सिम्पल फंडा हिअर युज्ड. ओके, सो इन डिटेल about this I am going to explain you. Okay, after 15 minutes. Okay, don't worry. I'm going to explain this conventional grinding method that also. Okay. Now, to get the idea about this electrochemical grinding, we have to watch this video. So now I request to all of you. So please connect with this YouTube link. Okay. I have posted that link in our WhatsApp group also as well as in the chat box. So within 2 minutes or 1 minute, that video will start. So I once again I request please all of you join that. Okay. And after 15 minutes, 1-5, you have to come back to this meeting. फक्त 14 मिनिटाचा व्हिडिओ असेल ते. Please join that link, please. Here I am getting only 7 students. There should be 38 students. Please, please. That video will give the idea about our electrochemical grinding. Please be fast. Only 10 students join. Remaining 28 students, please join. Hurry up. That video will start within 1 minute. And you have to watch that entire total length of that video. Please don't leave that video in between. Okay, that is for you only. In short time, I have recorded that. Okay, within short time, you will get the idea about that electrochemical grinding. 18 students only joined. Remaining 20. Please hurry up. Only 1 minute is remaining. It started. Only 19 students joined. Remaining. Remaining students, please join. Hurry up. I'm getting list who has joined or who has not joined. Please, all of you, 38 students. YouTube. Yes. May I start this point? Electrochemical grinding. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So, as I have discussed that, it's a electrochemical grinding, that is ECG. It is a hybrid process of the electrochemical machining. Now, hybrid means what? In this case, here we have combined one non-conventional or non-time process, that is electrochemical machining, and one conventional machining process, that is for conventional grinding. Okay, so in this electrochemical process, we combine that electrochemistry plus your grinding operation. So it is a electrochemical grinding operation. Okay. So let us discuss the introduction about this electrochemical grinding. Okay. This electrochemical grinding is an electrolytic material removal process in which negatively charged grinding wheel as well as conductive fluid electrolyte and a positive charged piece. Okay, that means your workpiece will act as anode, your abrasive grinding wheel will act as your tool, that is the cathode. Okay, and in between that interload we have flow our conductive fluid is a electron. Okay, so I can say this ECG is similar to ECM. Electrochemical grinding is a similar to electrochemical machining, except that cathode is a fully constructed as a grinding wheel shaped. Okay, your tool, that means your cathode is specially constructed as a grinding wheel shaped. Okay, like the counter to be machined. Okay, like a counter to be machined. Okay, so that is a electrochemical machining. Now, before going to the working principle of this electrochemical grinding, we should know the conventional grinding. Okay, so question arises that what is conventional grinding? Okay, so in conventional grinding wheel, abrasive particles are, you can see here, particles are used. Okay, that is the as a bounded that abrasive particles are bounded to that wheel. Okay, and actually if you see no that grinding wheel having the abrasive particles. Okay, that are bounded togetherly. Okay, and you need to the bonding material like you need a bonding material like zinc bond. Okay, so that will act as a bonding material that bonded togetherly. Okay, that abrasive particles and your will. So on that will abrasive particles will bond. Okay, with the help of the some bonding material. Okay, and then to work what are the workpiece material is there no for that workpiece material it may be conductive or electrically non-conductive also in case of the conventional grinding. So any kind of metal can be polished or grinded by your conventional grinding machine. Okay, you can see here I will show one diagram. Okay, here conventional you can see your wheel is that is a grinding wheel. Okay, and on that surface there will the abrasive particles that are bound on that physical contact with your workpiece. You can polish or you can grind your workpiece surface. Okay. So this conventional grinding will give your good surface finish. We know that, and low or tolerance value. So, but it produces burr. That is a disadvantage. That this conventional grinding it produces burr. So, grinding on you will see on any surface will be the burr position at the edge. So also there is a affected zones are, will be heat affected zones will be there. And residual traces will be there in your finished part. So in case of conventional grinding, 100% more takes place abrasive action only. Because due to the physical of your abrasive particles of that grinding wheel with your so that whatever will be 100% takes place due to only abrasive action. Okay, so that abrasive action means what? Your shearing action. Okay, you can see here. Shearing action will be there. Okay, so do that shearing formation takes place do shearing operation no at this abrasive particles in the professional grinding operation. So there is a formation, and due to that also heat affected zone will be there in the finished part. Okay, so these are the you can say these are the disadvantages of the conventional grinding operation. Another disadvantage of this process is that thermal residual traces will be generated okay, on the your workpiece surface. Okay, so in case of conventional grinding, due to abrasive action, only material removal takes place. Please remember, abrasive action is the material removal action for your conventional grinding. Okay, and what are the disadvantages of this process is that burr formation, heat affected zone, thermal residual traces will be there on your finished parts. Okay, and to say uh, uh, during this conventional process, no, you can use conductive or non-conductive workpiece, no problem. Here, no condition of that electric conductive one. Okay. Now come to our conventional machining. Sorry, chemical grinding machine. Okay. So in case of this electrochemical grinding operation, here 90% of the material removal is takes place by grinding operation. Okay, 90% removal of the metal is taking place due to the conventional grinding, and 10%, what is the remaining 10% is there no? That removal of material is uh, takes place. Sorry, here in case of electrochemical machining, no, 10% machining of that removal of the metal is takes place due to grind operation, and remaining 90% of metal removal will take place by electrochemical machining operation. So these are the two you can see here. These are the two views or two pictures of the okay. Here first is in this diagram I have shown the first is the conventional grinding and second is the your electrochemical grinding ECG. Okay. Okay. Now I will talk about the this electrochemical grinding. So here in case of electrochemical grinding, whatever the contact is there, no, that you can see that is the arc contact is there. Okay, actually there is a small gap is there. There is. So grinding wheel, that means your abrasive particles are totally in contact with the your workpiece metal. Here you can see. But in case of total contact will be there in case of the your conventional grinding. You can see here contact will be the arc contact will be there, and abrasive grinding will be physically in contact with your workpiece. Okay, but in this case you can see ECG. Okay, there is a rotation of this grinding wheel. Okay, so there is a rotation of the grinding wheel in this electrochemical grinding operation. So there is a decrease in gap also, decreasing your interelectrode gap. You can see decreasing interelectrode gap. So initially that interelectrode gap between your wheel and workpiece is more. Okay, you can see at that gap will more, and then later on it will decrease. Okay, so that gap, that is in actual case, it is decreasing in case of this electrochemical grinding operation. And after that, in this zone, you can see in this whatever I have shown now, that contact point or contact arc. So in that zone, you can see in that zone it is totally, actually that grinding wheel is in contact with your workpiece. Okay, it is in contact with. So initially you can see there is no contact between your grinding wheel and the workpiece. Okay, so actually in case of this electrochemical grinding, three different zones are there. Three different machining zones are there in case of the in electrochemical grinding. So this kinds of decreasing gap is not visible in case of this inter-electrode gap. So in case of the grinding wheel, conventional. But in case of electrochemical grinding, there are the three zones. Okay. So you can see, I will show another diagram also. Here. Okay. Hello. Vanessa. Okay. Malot. Okay. So I was telling about the in case of grinding wheel operation, grind your electrochemical grinding. There is a little bit. Okay. I repeat. There will be a little bit gap is there in between your grinding wheel and the workpiece. So in electrochemical grinding workpiece, grinding operation, your workpiece should be electrical conductive, so that that will maintain the constant gap. So, but in normal conventional grinding, any kind of workpiece, whether it is your electric conductive or and non conductive, can be machined by this conventional grinding operation. But in case of electrochemical grinding operation, that workpiece metal should be conductive, electrical conductive. So electrolyte is used during this electrochemical grinding, and after proper filtration, okay, your electrolyte can be recirculated. So in electrochemical grinding operation, this grinding wheel and your workpiece, it is dipped inside in the electrolyte chamber, and electrolyte, okay, after usage you can recirculate after the filtration. So as it is recirculated, so as we can you know that you have to filter it before the recirculation during the machining operation. So during electrochemical machining operation, whatever the debris particles are there, no, so it will be there in between that your inter-electrode gap. Okay, inter-electrode gap. So that to remove that, we need a electrolyte. Okay, so that is this electrolyte is there, and that property, what are the changes because of the sludge, okay, that are comes into the electrolyte, no? So that property sometimes changes. So for that purpose, that proper filtration is required. Okay, so in case of this electrochemical grinding, no, the bonding material of the grinding wheel should be electrical conductive. Okay, but which is not there in the case of the grinding conventional grinding operation. In conventional grinding operation, that bonding material, that is not in electrical conductive. Okay, but in case of electrical conductive grinding, there should be metallic bonding material. Okay, metallic bonding. Normally it is used that should be electrical conductive. Okay, so you can in case of this electrochemical grinding machine, no, your grinding will act as a cathode. Okay, Okay, it will act as a cathode, and workpiece will act as a anode. You can see here, workpiece is connected to the positive terminal of your power supply, and your grinding wheel it is connected to the negative terminal of the power supply. And here, I repeat, material removal will take place by electrochemical dissolution, okay, by electrochemical machining, and that is 90%. Okay, that is 90%. Material removal takes place by electrolytic solution, that is electrochemical dissolution, that is 90%, and 10% removal of the material is taking place by mechanical abrasion or mechanical shear. Okay, so you can see here 90% by electrochemical abrasion, sorry, that is electrochemical dissolution, and 10% is a mechanical abrasion. Okay, so higher material removal rate is achieved in case of your electrochemical grinding operation. So it is very important. So in case of this electrochemical grinding operation, abrasive particles are there, and that abrasive particle which is actually uh, are bonded with your grinding wheel. Okay, okay. Now, whatever you are the heights of the abrasive particles are no, that are producing outside your bonding material of your wheel, and that will maintain the constant gap. That is the IEG, interlayer gap. Okay, and your abrasive particles acts as a spacer. Okay, and here you will get the higher wheel life as compared to your conventional grinding wheel. Okay, and now here also commonly used electrolyte are the NaCl and NaNO3. Okay, so whatever the sodium chloride solution, NaCl solution, or sodium nitrate, NaNO3 solution, that you can use as electrolyte. Okay, so these are the commonly used electrolytes. Okay, which are used during the your electrochemical grinding operation. Okay, now come to this diagram. You can see, okay, working principle of electrochemical grinding. So here you can see your grinding wheel which is rotating here, and this grinding wheel is rotating in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, here your actual workpiece is there. Okay, that is moving from the left to right side. Okay, okay. So your grinding wheel is there and your workpiece. And as I already mentioned that here, your interrelateral gap is no, that is decreasing. Okay, at start or at initially that interrelateral gap is uh, larger. Okay, but if you see here, whatever I have shown in a red circle there will be the decreasing gap, interlude gap. So interlude gap, if you can see here also, that is more at initial, and while coming to the point, okay, that interlude gap is decreasing. Okay, so here three different zones are there in the case of this interlude gap. Okay, zone one, you can see here. I have shown separately. Zone one, then zone two or stage two, and the stage three. Okay, so zone 1, zone 2, and zone 3. After that, material removal will be takes place. Okay, so you can see here what are the material removal is there, no, that is taking place. Now, in case of this zone 1, now only this electrochemical machining that is predominates. Okay, that electrochemical machining the predominates because here grinding wheel does not touch with the your this zone 1. Okay, here also you can see this is zone 1. Here grinding wheel does not touch the workpiece material. Okay, so only there is a electrochemical machining operation. Okay, which means the your anodic dissolution is there into the your zone, because this abrasive particles is there, no, that grinding wheel that does not touch with the your workpiece surface. Okay, and after that, that interval gap will decrease in gap. uh, okay, in case of zone 2, you can see here zone 2 is there. Okay, so there is a abrasive particles or grinding wheel that is in touch with the touches the your workpiece surface. So here both electrochemical machining and grinding operation, both mechanical abrasive, that machining operation will be there, no, that material removal is taking place due to both material electrochemical machining and your grinding action. Okay, then in case of the, then come to the third stage. Okay, you can see here material removal, or that whatever the stage 1 is there, though there only electrochemical dissolution will take place. In stage 2, here grinding plus electrochemical dissolution will be there. Okay, and that material removal takes place. And in third step, okay, now I'm going to talk about this. So in third stage or the zone 3, again this abrasive wheel, that is the grinding wheel, actually it is lifted from the your workpiece. You can see here it is lifted from the your workpiece material. Okay, so again it does not touch your with your workpiece in this zone 3. Okay, so in zone 3 also there is a abrasive particles, or there is a that there is a no physical contact of your abrasive particles. Okay, no mechanical abrasion will take place. So only electrochemical grinding or anodic dissolution or electrochemical dissolution will be the action for your material removal. Okay, in case of this stage number 3. Okay, so I repeat, in this electrochemical grinding, there will be the 3 zones of your interelectral gap. In zone 1, there will be the material removal due to the only electrochemical dissolution. You can see here stage number 2 1. Then in stage number 2 or zone number 2, there is a physical contact between your abrasive particles. I'm telling abrasive particles which are bonded on your wheel, grinding wheel. Okay, that will touch with the your workpiece surface. So there grinding, that is a abrasive, mechanical abrasing plus electrochemical dissolution. So due to that action, material removal takes place. And in case of third, okay, in case of third zone, here also there is a no physical contact of your abrasing particles to your workpiece. Here also material removal takes place due to electrochemical dissolution only. Okay, so you can see here your cathode means your grinding wheel. Okay, abrasive particles are bonded on your wheel. Okay, that will come to in contact with your workpiece at stage number 2 or zone number 2 only. Okay, you can see here. Okay, your workpiece is acted as a anode, and your wheel will act as a cathode. And in between that, your electrolyte is there, and abrasive particles are bonded on your wheel. Okay, so abrasion, that is abrasion, mechanical abrasion plus in your electrochemical dissolution. Okay, that will remove the material. So I repeat, in case of this electrochemical machining, electrochemical grinding, 90% removal of the material will take place due to the that electrochemical dissolution, and 10% workpiece removal of the material from your workpiece, it takes place due to the mechanical abrasion. Okay. So whatever your anodic dissolution is there, no, that is electrochemical dissolution. ओके, सो आय रिपीट वन्स अगेन. सुरुवातीला तुमचं जे ग्राइंडिंग व्हील जे आहे ते रोटेट होत असताना तुमचा वर्क पीस आणि तुमचं जी व्हील आहे त्याच्यात जो गॅप असणार आहे इंटरव्ह्यू गॅप ते तो जास्त असणार आहे. पण जसं जसं ते तुमचं व्हील खाली येऊन जाईल, ओके, जसं रोटेट होऊन जाईल तसं तो गॅप कमी कमी होऊन जातो. दॅट मीन्स रिड्युसिंग दॅट इंटरव्ह्यू गॅप. बट इनिशियल स्टेज म्हणजे स्टेज नंबर 1 ला मटेरियल रिमूव्ह जे होणार आहे ते फक्त एका ऍक्शन होणार आहे. दॅट इज इलेक्ट्रोकेमिकल डिझोल्युशन. पण जो जो मी दाखवलाय गोल करून सर्कल करून दॅट इज सेकंड स्टेज. तिथे काय होणार आहे, तुमचं अब्रेसिव्ह जे आहेत ते टच होणार आहे कुणाला तर तुमच्या वर्कपीसला. सो हिअर material removal will take place due to the mechanical abrasion plus electrochemical dissolution. Okay, then at zone number 3 तुमचं रोटेटिंग जो जे व्हील आहे ते काय होणार आहे, ते लिफ्ट होणार आहे वर. ओके, म्हणजे रोटेट जाणार ते वर जाणार आहे. तर त्या टायमाला काय होणार आहे, तुमच्या अब्रेसिव्ह पार्टिकल्स जे आहेत ते तुमच्या वर्कपीसला फिजिकली टच करणार नाही. तर तिथं मटेरियल रिमूव्ह होणार आहे ते कशामुळे होणार आहे, फक्त इलेक्ट्रोकेमिकल डिझोल्युशन म्हणून. ओके, सो दिस इज युअर वर्किंग प्रिन्सिपल ऑफ इलेक्ट्रोकेमिकल ग्राइंडिंग. ओके, सो here I repeat, in phase 1 or zone 1 whatever the material is removed, no, that removal will happen due to only electrochemical machining. Okay, you can see here also phase 1, this is phase 2 and this is phase 3. So in phase 1 material removal will take place. You can see this red line arrow. Okay, so there gap, that interior gap will be higher. So material removal will take place due to electrochemical dissolution. Then you can see second phase, that means here. Okay, so material removed during the phase 2. Here I have shown this one. Okay, that material removal will take place due to your anodic dissolution, that means the electrochemical dissolution plus a mechanical abrasion. Okay, because there is a physical touch of your abrasive, okay, to your workpiece. And then in third phase, okay, there will not be any physical touch of your abrasive to your workpiece. Okay, so there also material removal will take place due to the only electrochemical action. Okay, so here I have shown in zone 1 only pure electrochemical dissolution will take place. Wheel will rotate, and that rotation of the wheel helps in the your flowing of the electrolyte or the drawing the electrolyte. What are the contamination of the zone 1 takes place now? Okay, that will be by reaction byproducts or reaction products. Okay, so that contamination means what? Your reaction products and the gases. Okay, so here your electrical conductivity of electrolyte will be reduced, and electrolyte will get trapped in between your abrasive glitch. Okay, that is the particle and your top surface of the workpiece. Okay, so that will form the your electrolytic cell there. Okay, and due to that only electrochemical action will be there. Here small amount of material will be takes place in the zone number 1 because here internal gap is higher as compared to zone 2. Okay, now in this zone number 2, okay, so here abrasive grain size will abrade the or remove the workpiece surface. Okay, that mechanical abrasion action will take place. Okay, so due to that, we'll get the result as a removal of the material from the your workpiece. Okay, and there oxides layer will be formed. Okay, if any uh, oxides will be there no, from the your workpiece as a product. Okay, so workpiece material removal will be takes place in the form of chips, that is a debris. Okay, and that oxide layer will will help to remove the or that electrochemical dissolution will be there no, that will help to remove that oxide layer. Okay, so this zone 2 means what? It is mechanical assisted electrochemical grinding process. Okay, here you will get the some bubble formation, that is the oxide formation. Then in zone 3, in this zone 3, there is no contact between the your abrasive grain and your workpiece. Okay, will start here while rotating the wheel, so that will start to lift off. Okay, workpiece. Okay, hence material removal takes place by only electrochemical dissolution. Okay, so electrochemical dissolution remove the scratches and the burr which are formed in the zone 2 on your workpiece. Okay, so this is a diagram of your electrochemical grinding. So now all of you please draw these two diagrams. Because this is very important. This diagram you will not get in any book. Okay, only you will get this diagram. Okay, this only wheel and the surface. But in detail, okay, up to that zone 1, 2, 3. Okay, this diagram you will get in the VKGen. Okay, so please draw this. All of you please draw this diagram. Over. Over. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So have you understood working principle of this electrochemical grinding? समजलंय का? और may I repeat this? रिपीट करू द्या का? पुढे टूलला मशीन टूलला जाऊ. हा योगेश चव्हाण. हा धनश्री सोनवणे समजलंय का? रिपीट करू द्या.
येस सर समजलं.
अनिकेत बनसोडे समजलंय का? रिपीट करू द्या. ऋतिक भोसले, वैभव भोसले समजलंय का? थोडं रिपीट करू द्या मग. Okay, within 1 minute I will just quickly repeat once. Okay, once again repeat that in this electrochemical grinding process there is a grinding wheel. Okay, that is a your cathode. Okay, similar to your conventional grinding wheel. No, here also our grinding will be there, and that will act as a cathode. Okay, but except that here bonding metal is there. No, is a electrical conductive. Okay, also electrolyte is supplied through the your interelectrode gap, okay, between your wheel and your workpiece. Okay, and here what are the height of your abrasive particles are there, no, that are protecting the outside bonding material of the wheel, and that will help to maintain the constant gap. Okay, this हे त्रिकोण दिसतंय ना, ते म्हणजे तुमचा abrasive जायचा. Okay, abrasive particles. Okay, so that are protecting the your outside bonding material of your wheel. Okay, also helps in the maintaining the constant interrelated gap, because abrasive particles here will act as a spacer. Okay, abrasive particles will act as a spacer. Okay, then what are the your life of the interlude that electrochemical wheel is there, no, it is higher than your conventional. It is about 10 times more than your conventional grinding wheel. And here two factors are responsible for your life of will. That is only 10% contribution of material removal is there. No, that 10% contribution is by your abrasive action, okay, towards the your total removal of the material, and very small length of arc of contact is there in case of air, in that electrochemical grinding. You can see here contact जो आहे इथला arc contact, it is more in case of conventional grinding, but in case of uh, electrochemical grinding, that contact arc is very small. Okay, now in this interelectro gap area in which machining is takes place now, that area is divided into three zones, okay, named as zone number 1, zone number 2, and zone number 3. Okay, you can see here also. Okay, that is stage 1 or zone 1, 2, 3. Okay, so normally in zone number 1, material removal is purely due to electrochemical dissolution, and it occurs at leading edge of your that is your electrochemical wheel. Okay, it occurs at a leading edge of your IEG wheel. Okay, as rotation of IEG wheel, okay, it helps for drawing the electrolyte into your interelectrode gap. And as a result of this electrochemical reaction, no, in zone number 1, reaction products, including your gases. Okay, so that reaction products that will contaminate into the electrolyte, and that results in the lower the conductivity. Okay, in fact, in some papers or some researchers also stated that presence of that sludge, okay, to some extent, that will increase the conductivity of the electrolyte. Okay, while that of gases which are present, no, during the zone 1, that decrease the that conductivity. Okay, so net result is that decrease the value of conductivity of the your electrolyte. Okay, so as a result of that, abrasive particles will touch the workpiece and start the removal of the material by abrasive action. So thus small part of the material is removed in the form of chips. Okay, so further whatever the electrolyte is there, no, that will trap in between your abrasive particle and your workpiece surface, and it will form say your electrolytic cell. Okay, so in each electrolyte cell, small amount of material from the your workpiece will be dissolved, electrochemically dissolved. Okay, so this is your zone number 1. Then in case of whatever the electrolyte is there, no, that will being forced into the your gap number into stage number 2 or the zone number 2 here. Okay, so that electrolyte is being forced into the interelectrode gap in zone number 2 by rotational motion of the your wheel. Okay, and as a result, local electrolyte pressure will increase in that part number 2 or zone number 2. Okay, so it forms some gas bubbles in that gap, and that will yielding the higher removal of the material. Here electrochemical reaction may result in the formation of the passive layer on that workpiece surface. And in this zone 2, abrasive grains, that removal of material from the workpiece. Okay, so in the form of chips. So due to that abrasive grains, formation of the chips will take place. And also removal of the non-reactive, that is the oxide layer also be formed. Okay, and most of metal oxides are formed, no, are insoluble in that water and electrically non-conductive. Okay, so in zone number 2, due to the abrasive mechanical abrasive and the electrochemical dissolution, some sludge particle, that means debris, will form, as well as non-reactive oxide layers also will be formed. Okay, so that removal of the non-reactive oxides layer, that will promote the electrolytic dissolution. Okay, so it exposes fresh metal or for further that electrolytic action. Then that process it is called mechanical assisted electrochemical grinding process. Then in zone number three, that is last one, zone number three. Here, material removal is totally takes place due to the electrochemical dissolution. Okay, so the zone three will start at the point where will lift lift from your versus, and in this so this zone contributes to the removal of certain of your scratches or the burr that might have formed in the zone number two on your workpiece. Okay, so this is the working principle of your electrochemical grinding. Okay, got it? Now let us discuss the setup, that is extruder setup, or you can call it as a machine tool of interrelated electrical grinding process. Okay, this is a machine tool. Okay, so this is again this electrochemical grinding system. Okay, it is also very similar to your conventional grinder. Okay, your conventional system. So in this uh, electrochemical grinding system, here machinery area is made up of the non-corrosive metals. Okay, and power are supplied to the spindle either with the help of the brushes or the mercury coupling. Okay, so here you can see we have the DC power supply, then negative terminal is connected to the your wheel. Okay, you can see it, and your positive terminal it is connected to the your workpiece. Okay, and in between that interrelated gap we have flow electrolyte. So for that purpose nozzle string electrolyte is used, and this okay, and take that uh, electrolyte here we have the separate reservoir. Okay, so after that usage of electrolyte then you can collect that uh, your electrolyte. Okay, as you can filter it, okay, recirculation. So this is a simple machine tool, that is a ECG machine tool diagram. Okay. And this is the second one. Okay, I will explain what I want. Please draw this first diagram. Please draw first diagram. Okay, now you can draw this diagram also. In this diagram also we have the workpiece. Okay, you can see your power supply is connected. Here power supply is there. It is connected to your workpiece. Okay, work table. On that work table we have the workpiece, and then actually grinding of this carbide tool where to do. Okay, so that carbide tool is there, no, that is your workpiece. And then negative terminal of your DC power supply is connected to your grinding wheel. Okay, so with the help of the uh, that grinding wheel, you know, that is conductive wheel, it is connected on that shaft. Okay, it is insulated. Sleeve bushings are used in current pickup brushes are used. Okay, so that brushes normally it is made of the copper or the other that graphite material also. Okay, that brushes you can use. Then you can see on this your wheel, no, that abrasive particles also are there. Okay, so that are the abrasive particles. Then in between that interval gap, we have to flow or we have to spray the electrolyte. So you can see separate nozzle is there. This one. So here sodium nitrate, okay, is there. Okay, and for the The recirculation, you can use the pump and filter. So this is a schematic experimental diagram you can call the machine tool of your electrochemical grinding. Okay. So I repeat once again here, what are the machining areas you know? That is made up of the non-corrosive material. Okay, machining area. And power is applied to the your spinner either with the help of the brushes or mercury coupling. Okay. Then we should have the separate nozzle arrangement to flow the electrolyte. Okay. So for that purpose, pump and filter are used in both the cases. Got it? Which are the different that setup of the this electrochemical grinding? Okay, working principle will be same. Don't forget the three zones. Huh? In case of electrochemical grinding, there will be the three machining zones. Okay, and that electrochemically cell formation, electrolytic cell formation. So that operation and that remaining part, okay, process parameter or characteristic. So we'll continue that in next lecture. So you draw this diagram. If you're not completed, please complete it. Timing, I will take the attendance. Okay. Okay. Today for today's lecture, this much sufficient. Okay. In next lecture, we'll continue the remaining part. Okay, and we'll finish this chapter point also. So from your name, I have taken attendance. Don't worry, all names I have taken. So thank you very much. Now you can